think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count. Looking at the ground. I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Haters everywhere we go. Where we go, haters going down for the count.
Mike Big, salute. Mike Ready, salute.
I think you're a hater. I think you're a hater.
Hey.
Everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, haters everywhere we go, where we go, haters
I got something for y'all this Tuesday. But we all seen it. We all seen what it was. Let me get the picture over here real quick. We about to cook on this right here. But yeah. Everybody kept saying Earl didn't look right. The reason behind that. I ain't taking that away far from he was, but that wasn't not Earl. Honestly, I don't even want to read that. Honestly.
Show you how to get rich. You got a weak arm, I'll show you how to pitch. Made so play, I'll show you about to hit. And tell the police I don't know about shit. Hey, God, I'm
let me go ahead and stop this. Alright. Everybody said, oh yeah, Mike Biggs, that's just the intro, bro. You know I always come through with the music for the first couple minutes while everybody get in. But I just went ahead and just go ahead and cut it off now so we go ahead and get started. But yeah, I usually let the music play before I get started. All right. Let the music play before. I'm going to let y'all hear something, right? This is a doctor, light-skinned business, salute. Antoine George, salute. We all seen what's wrong with Earl, but a lot of people choose to ignore it. But we seen a little bit of it in the Ugas fight. But I'm going to let y'all hear. Now, this is what a doctor says. Now, listen.
I just wanted to kind of share, from this perspective, I've performed neurological exams on quite a few patients over my years. And when you're looking for somebody who's either had head trauma or maybe he's had a stroke, even people with dementia, which is another form of neurological damage, there's certain things that you look for. And my wife, when she saw Errol Spence enter the ring, she asked me, she's like, he looks like he's on marijuana. And I told her, I said, he has residual neurological damage from his car accident that people have commented on this, but people, if you don't have the experience doing this, you're not going to pick up on it. So one of the things when you're doing a neurological exam on somebody, you look at, there's like a glassy look to a person's eyes when they have either a concussion or they have advanced stages of dementia. And if you compare video of Errol Spence before his accident, just do a little assessment on the eye exam, what I'm telling you. It is apparent. I mean, it is honestly, it is embarrassing how obvious it is that he's significantly compromised. So what I would say to this is just think back to what they did to Muhammad Ali when they let him fight with Parkinson's.
Oh, yeah, that's one.
People will let somebody get into the ring even though there's obvious issues with their ability to perform in a boxing match. So further evidence of this is listen to his speech patterns, start comparing his speech patterns before his accident to after. There is a distinct difference in his enunciation. I know part of that is because he has dentures, but even just listen to how he's formulating his words, his thought process. He's much, much slower. Now, another component to a sign of advanced neurological damage is a loss of balance. That's why as people age, primary cause of injury for older people is falls. And that's because as the nervous system degrades, the communication to the musculoskeletal system is also compromised.
So
the signs that people associate with aging as people get into the 30s in boxing or even sports, it's the first thing to go is your neurological system. So when people talk about timing, and if you kind of listen to what even Spence was saying, Spence doesn't even know what he's saying. He's just commenting that. He's like, oh, my timing was off. My timing was off. That is because his brain is not the same. Now, of course, you can add on to that alcohol abuse, sure. Dropping weight, water dehydration, of course. But he should have never been allowed to get into the boxing match.
All right, that's one part, right? Peace and blessings to all the kings and the princesses out there. Feeling ill is not an excuse. It's not an excuse. We're not making no excuse. Bud won, yes. But the fact is, like everybody said, Earl wasn't the right way. You see how Bud could push him and his balance was gone, bro. Like, it was kind of messed up in the Ugas fight, but the longer it goes, the worse it becomes. That year layoff, it became even worse. It becomes even worse. And see, Earl fought this fight, but he did this shit for his family. You feel what I'm saying? So I can't take nothing away from him. If you get in that ring, it's no excuse. But if you notice, Earl was weak. He was off balance. He couldn't do all that. He had trauma from going through that car window. He's still a man. We might say he a machine, like he only broke his jaw, but the man had head trauma as well. Because, he was in a coma. And see, that's what happens when boxers take a lot of hits to the head as well. Excuse me. It's called blunt force trauma. But we can't get mad or blame Earl because Earl is a warrior. That's why he didn't make no excuses. We can't make no excuses. Earl got in there, and he's going to get what he knows for his family. It's called generational wealth. So Earl's going in there, and he's fighting for his family's family. You know what I'm saying? Let me drop the link for anybody that want to get up here and talk as well. You know how we do. But that's generational wealth. And like I'm gonna do a video about it first thing. Well, I'm gonna drop the video in the morning, but I got a video with this doctor breaking it down. But a similar, feeling ill. I hear what you're saying, bro. We're not taking nothing away from Crawford. But if you listen to what we said, all week he's been messed up. He's been messed up since the accident. What part are you not understanding or comprehending? When he got in the ring, he had the glassy look. We telling you everything is off from Earl. He shouldn't have been cleared to fight. That's what the doctor said. But I respect him for being a warrior. That's what I'm saying. Because he's doing this for his family. He's going out there to make this bread. That's what we're explaining. And then he been getting that hard sparring. And he been getting his work. But each year, each day, the shit's getting worse. That's what we trying to say. Like, I don't think he should go for the rematch. I mean, you made generational wealth. Your family's taken care of, and their family's taken care of. I mean, you won. But see, that's what happened with Ali. Ali had Parkinson, and that comes from getting hit in the head. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it's blunt force trauma. Anytime you get hit in the head, it gives you neurological damage. And it's no excuse. And this is an accredited doctor. But let me go to this next part. I'm gonna go to this next. Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you hear what Earl said. Remember, Earl said he couldn't kick it up a notch. He don't know why. This man don't know why it's happening to him, but he knows he had to get out there and get that bag. And he kept saying his time was off. His time was off. I'm gonna let you hear this part, Mr. Excuse. Hold on, just listen.
He's joined by his trainer, Derek James.
Hello, how's it going? A little off night. The better man won tonight. Not here to make any excuses. Definitely did the same. Just, my time was off and I couldn't capitalize on a couple of things. And his time was a lot better than mine tonight.
Turn it over to the media for questions.
He's talking about his timing off, right?
So is the composition of muscle tissue. Now, the way people make weight, and for some people listening, I'm sure they know this already, but the goal is to try and pull as much water out of the muscle tissue. That is the only place you can.
Hold on, Philly. Of course, his trainer realized this, bruh. Of course. You act like you don't know how the world works. This man is a warrior, though. He's getting this bag. This is his biggest bag ever, dude. They not about to stop Earl from making his biggest fight. Bruh, it's people that will really go out there and die in the ring to get this money, dog. This man sat there and did all this. They not about to stop Earl from getting his biggest payday. They're not. This man has put in all this work, all this accomplishment. Every fight, the Danny Garcia fight, the Ugas fight, the Bud Crawford fight, after the accident were blessings, because that added to his wealth for his family. It could have been over just from that car accident. He was able to get 3 fights after that car accident to add to the wealth of him and his family, to make sure they have generational wealth now. They knew what was up with Earl, but you got to respect the man. You remember the movie Any Given Sunday? Lawrence Taylor character said if he hit one more hit to the head, he could die. What'd he say? Come on, Doc, let me play. These guys are warriors. You can't tell them that they can't do what they love and what they came to do, especially when they put in all this work to move up the ranks to get this legendary fight. And then you tell me that he's not going to take this. The nigga was ready to fight with a detached eye. He said, I have 2 of them for the Manny Pacquiao fight. He wanted to fight while his retina was still detached, dude. That's a warrior. Now let me finish playing this, dude.
Really make a significant difference in weight. That's why you can drop 15 to 20 pounds in a week. How that is accomplished is primarily by depleting the glycogen, which binds water to it. So glycogen holds water in a 1-to-3 ratio. So 1 gram of glycogen holds 3 grams of water to it. When you pull the glycogen out, water leaves the muscle tissue. Well, what also happens is you start losing electrolytes. So evidence of this is, anybody's ever watched a marathon race and they've seen a runner cramp up and have to leave the race, what has happened is that they burn through the glycogen, which is stored glucose. And then once that's burned up, the water has to displace the water out of the muscle tissue. It just moves automatically. When that happens, the last thing to occur is a movement of electrolytes. So your sodium, your potassium, your magnesium. Now this gets complicated, it has to do with water balance and electrolyte functions in the body. So that's it. The body has to do this. If it doesn't, the body will die. So when you're cutting weight on somebody, especially with somebody with neurological damage, the consequences are even worse, because in the rehydration process, one of the last places to rehydrate is the brain. So when somebody like Errol Spence is cutting weight, it is going to exacerbate underlying problems that he has, which was evident last night. And I know people don't want to say this because people have been looking to this fight, but you're talking about somebody who medically should have never been. I would not have cleared him. If I was doing the medical clearance on him, I would have denied him. I was going to ask you that.
Exactly, Planet Philly. But I'm going to keep it real right now. I have some brain damage from my boxing days. You feel what I'm saying? Like, anytime you get hit in the head, you get blunt force trauma. You feel what I'm saying? Your head is not meant to keep getting hit in. But sparring does take a lot out of you. And his ass sitting there sparring them heavyweights and all that. And no, Mike Biggs, we not taking nothing away from Bud. Bud became a legend that night. No matter which way it happened, Earl got in the ring. You know, Earl knew the risk. He got in the ring. He not making no excuses. We not making no excuses. What I'm saying is, it wasn't the same Earl. And the fact that Earl is willing to risk this, I mean, it says a lot to his character. As long as you get in that ring, I don't care if you fucked up or not. If you get in that ring and whatever happens, happens. You signed up for this. I'm not feeling sorry for Earl or nothing like that, because he's a rich man right now. He got rich. Well, Philly, that's what I'm saying. He should, but If you've been working a job your whole life and you about to get your biggest fucking payday, like Earl and Crawford both cleared over $30 million this fight. It's hard to walk away from that, Philly Hill. It's hard. That's a hard thing to walk away from. Shit. What's up, Mike Biggs, brother?
Salute, my boy. How you doing, man?
I'm good. Nah, I wasn't making excuses for Earl. I'm just sitting there
No.
saying
I know
that
you wasn't. Nah,
it's
bro.
hard to walk away from that type of money, dog.
Yeah.
Like,
I understand what you're saying. I understand.
and see, Bud already knew what it was gonna be because Bud has talked to Earl.
Yes.
He knows Earl ain't right. That's why he really didn't want to fight Earl.
Right.
Unless it was 50-50 or something like that, because he knew Earl wasn't all the way.
Right. And he probably told that to Earl too.
Yeah. That's why you think he showed Earl so much love? Why you think when they was in there fighting, Bud seen it when they was in there fighting? He was like, come on, man, get yourself together. Earl couldn't keep his balance or nothing, dog. Like, his balance was shit. Like, it was over. Salute DJ Black Charm and P.
First of all, salute to you, my bro. My bad, excuse me. I forgot to wipe my feet before I came in your crib, bro. My bad.
Yeah. I saw you wipe your feet when you first came through, though.
Yeah,
but what I'm saying is, my brother, what I'm saying is, King, check this out.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not crying. I'm not going to make no excuse for Earl, and neither should nobody else, because at the end of the day, this man made enough money to take care of his family and their family. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm talking about the things that fighters will go through to get that money.
Right.
Earl done went through all these fights, all these training camps. He built up his... Look, Earl even told us, hey, look, this is how you know he messed up. We all remember Earl talking about his dream was to be the first welterweight undisputed champion, right?
Yeah.
Everybody remember that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when he was talking to Brian Custer, what did he say? Nah, that ain't my dream. My dream is to get this money. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all remember he said that last week?
Yeah.
And everybody was like, what the hell? Yeah. Earl knew what's up, and he knew what he needed to get. And his dream is to get this bread because he know he ain't got long left. After this rematch with Crawford, he's not fighting no more. He not. It's nothing left for him to fight for.
Man. I don't think he should do that. I don't think he should do it. If he has that big ass underlying problem, bro, I don't think he should come back because this shit could kill him.
Bro, look,
a
samurai, right, is a warrior.
Yeah.
And what they say the greatest honor is to die on the battlefield.
Right.
And Earl is a warrior. All warriors want to die on the battlefield. Like, you got Thor and his people. They want to die and go to Valhalla. And that's the place of eternal paradise, they say. And the only way you can reach there is to die on the battlefield. Not in old age or not laying in the bed. Shalom, Jonathan. They want to die in the battlefield. And that's what people want to die at. Like, that's what warriors want to die at. Like, Apollo Creed showed y'all in Rocky IV. He didn't want to grow old and die like that. Right. He said, don't throw that talent no matter what. Yeah. And he knew that man was killing him.
Hell yeah.
But he'd rather die doing something that he loved than to sit there and go out like a vegetable. For real. Oh, I'm going to put the link down, brother. Hold on.
Yeah, that whole accident fucked his whole career up, man.
I mean, of course it did. I knew it was, bro. You fly out a damn Ferrari, you in a Cobra. Like, bro, you knew that. And the only thing was broke with his jaw. Like, I knew they held shit back from the public. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. And I'm pretty sure all kind of hundreds of millions doctors told him, look, nigga, you should not fight no more.
But Earl said, man, I done built up this legacy right here. Hell no. We got to do this.
He had a hell of a run.
Yeah, he had a great run.
Hell yeah, he made a lot of money. Yes, sir. He got generational wealth right now, bro.
Yeah, he's an all-time great. He's an
Yeah.
all-time great, one of the
He's going
all-time
to the Hall
greatest
of
pressure
Fame.
fighters ever.
I,
Errol Spence is one of the all-time great pressure fighters. He
mm-hmm.
took that style and made it great.
Yep. He
And Terrence
barely got
Crawford,
hit. He barely got hit.
became legendary.
Yeah, buddy.
Earl became great. Terrence became legendary.
But just imagine how that fight would have went if Errol didn't go through that car crash. Woo wee!
It would have been great.
It would have
If
been
we
great.
got that fight when Bud first moved up, it wouldn't have been great because Bud hadn't filled out for the weight division yet.
Right.
See, Bud's at his peak right now. He's peaking right now.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Bud got the glow. He's at his peak. He's been building his muscle for 5 years, and he's filled out, and he's got 100% use of his muscles.
Mm-hmm.
Earl Spence only has like 40 or 50 because he's cutting weight, and so his muscles are starved of oxygen.
Mm-hmm.
When you cut weight, it's no such thing as a weight bully. That's why I be telling people, it's weight classes for a reason.
Right.
When you crunch all that weight, you lose your power, speed, and punch resistance.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Devin Haney, if he fights at 135 again, he'll be in trouble.
Yeah.
He's too big to be crunching down that far.
Right.
And see, people don't listen, but hey, you'll find out. And like,
Not the hard way.
yeah, and see, Spence, that year's change layoff, and then cutting that weight. Cutting that weight is what triggered that shit really when he had to make weight because you taking that water and stuff out of your muscles in your body, and it's starving it, and it's starving your body.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when Earl got hit in the head in the second round, when Bud caught him, Bud, like I told everybody, Bud threw that man's equilibrium off with that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when you have a head trauma like that, cut off in the background, bro. Cut me off in the back. Yeah. Y'all well done.
Shalom.
Hey, cut me down.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Wait a minute. Just a minute. Just a moment.
Yo, Mike.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, you still got me up. I'm going to mute you till you done, bro. But yeah, Mike, when Bud caught him behind that ear,
Mm-hmm.
he rattled Earl's equilibrium. Oh, you good now, bro?
Is that better?
Yeah, just cut it off in the
echo.
background. You still doing it. Like, you can hear from the what you own. You ain't got to have the YouTube on. But yeah, Mike, like, damn, I forgot where. Oh yeah, when he got hit behind that ear, he rattled him. He hurt that man's equilibrium. And like they said, when you have a condition like that, once your equilibrium get rocked, it takes a while for you to get it back. And you see, Earl balance was off that whole fight. He was stumbling. So yeah.
I didn't even see him hit the mitts in the when he was waiting to go.
You say what?
I didn't even see Errol hit the mitts at all. Like you know what I'm saying, when warming up for the fight. I just seen him sitting down.
Yeah. I mean,
I seen Bud hitting the mitts. I thought that was a problem right there. I was like, why is he sitting down?
nah, that's why he always has that glassy eyed look like he's smoking marijuana, dude. That's a sign of neurological damage. But
Yeah,
that's
he
why
wasn't.
that doctor.
He wasn't up hitting the mitts.
That's why that doctor came to the ring so fast. See, they know what's wrong.
Yep.
But they not gonna stop Earl from getting that bag because first off, if Earl make money, they make money.
Mm-hmm.
Shalom, princess. So Earl gets that bag, they get that bag. Like they really don't care about the boxer, just like they don't care about Just like they don't care about any black man or anybody in sports, period. That's like DeMarco Murray for the Dallas Cowboys. This man ran for 2,000 yards that season, right? He gave the Cowboys 2,000 yards. He carried that ball more than anybody in the history. They used that man up that season. The next year was time for him to get a new contract, and they got rid of that man. Bro, you got to cut me. You got to cut the YouTube off, bro.
Yeah, I still heard that echo. I even muted my mic to see if it was me.
No, all you gotta do is you gotta just cut it off. Like you don't need it on in the background.
Yeah, I'm not even looking at my YouTube or nothing. I'm talking on my phone.
Yeah, like when I get on YouTube, I cut the shit off. Like if not, you're gonna hear it echoing in the background. Mm-hmm. But yeah, like DeMarco Murray, he said they gave Dallas all that. They ran him into the ground that whole year. They put the U.S. Postal Service on his back, and they ran that man into the ground. And it was time for him to get paid the next year contract. They cut the leading rusher that rushed for 2,000 yards and the most carries in NFL history in a single season. They used that man up and got rid of him. And that shows you how they use you up and get rid of you. Mark Jackson took Golden State to the playoffs. He built the team, took it from nothing. He drafted the players. He got the players right and took them, and they lost. They was right there at the door. They get rid of him, bring in Steve Kerr. They win the next year. They would have won without Steve Kerr, but they got rid of that man when they didn't want him to win a championship. After he done built this up, they got rid of him and let another person come in to win the championship. Just like Muhammad Ali, they knew he was messed up, but they still let him fight. But that's what I can say about fighters. A fighter's going to want to fight regardless. You got to realize fighters have went their whole life. They took $5,000 and $10,000 for a fight. They don't get paid like that in the beginning. Sometimes you might get a couple hundred for a fight. Earl has built his name and built his legacy up. So Earl he earned this payday. He earned it. And so on the precipice and on the eve of him getting the biggest payday in his career, you think that he's going to turn that shit down? You couldn't stop that man from getting in there. And he showed so much heart. He was willing to die in that ring, bro. He was willing to die in that ring. Now, I think it'll be a lot better at 154. First off, his muscles, he'll have to drain down as much, so his brain won't be as bad. But see, his nutritionist has already told us without telling us when he said, I be giving Earl brain food. He said, I be giving him stuff for his brain. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
I even did a video on it. His nutritionist say I have to give Earl stuff for his brain, like brain food, brain energy, brain health. But he didn't want to go too far in it. He was like, because brain health is good for the eye. Because he caught himself. That's why he was like, brain health is good for the eye.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. But he slipped. He slipped up. That's what it is. And, the man sat there and built, his biggest payday was Mikey Garcia, which was $15 million. Terrence biggest payday was Sean Porter, which was around $7 million. Hey, they both got over 30. Earl's fights, he made 15 with Mikey. I think he made like 8 or 9 versus Ugas. I think he made like 12, 13 against Sean Porter. That's money, but that's not no $30 million bag.
Nah,
people don't realize there's a lot you can do with $30 fucking million, dog. And then he wants to run it back. Yawathan. Of course they know. Of course they know, brother.
They talk about it. They call each other. They call each other. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
Their
young
families
one,
know.
when you come up on here, just cut off the device that you got it on YouTube, and you can just talk through StreamYard. It'll already have you here. That way it won't echo. That's what I was trying to tell you. Like, wherever you got me playing that on YouTube, cut the YouTube off. You don't need it. Yeah, Fight Ready TV. Earl might have made some money before, but still, he bought a lot of stuff for him and his family. So
They
them
got a
checks that
whole
he
ranch.
been done made, like I said, he done made 15 million with Mikey Garcia. You know, he made about 8 or 9 with Porter and Ugas. Like, he made a few money on a few good fights.
Mm-hmm.
But that money's invested. He bought a ranch. He bought all that stuff right there.
He been had the ranch stuff. Yeah, he had the ranch for a minute.
Yeah, but he bought some horses and all that stuff. But
Yeah,
when it's
he
all
good.
said and done, that money can run off. I mean, like, even though he got invested, that money ain't forever. Like, it could investments can bring you back some return in time, or you know what I'm saying. But that money right there, it still don't look like it's stuck. You know what I'm saying? But with this $30 million added on, he don't have to take another fight. See, Earl don't want to be like these other fighters that, like Mike Tyson made over hundreds of millions of dollars. Yeah, that's right, Shua. He bought a lot more land and horses. And that shit was millions of dollars that he spent. But Mike Tyson has blew hundreds of millions of dollars. Holyfield has too. Like, boxers was making that money, but the lifestyle they living, they spend that shit. And see, it's easy to lose that money. Mike Tyson would still be broke down, but somebody took pity on Tyson. They set him up, helped him do a couple these internet fights, these celebrity fights, made him a little bag, invested it in the weed, and the weed made Mike Tyson rich.
Yep.
If
Making
y'all
them
remember
rich.
6-7 years ago, Mike Tyson was dead fucking broke. And he was taking fights at 40, 48, 50, something like that. He was taking bullshit ass fights. He was a sideshow, a spectacle. I'm glad he got his shit together now. Somebody helped him. And Earl didn't want to be that. You don't want to be James Toney out here. James Toney net worth is like 1 million. That's all his assets and everything.
Some hospital bills. Fucking them up.
Hey, yo, Antoine. Nah, he'll come on 30. They ain't gonna take all them taxes. The PBC. One thing about the PBC, their fighters get their money. That's why they put that purse up there. A lot of that back end money that they don't really get to touch that back end money. Because you remember Adrian Broner owed all his baby mamas and stuff. So like with all the taxes gone, the motherfuckers will make about 30 million a piece. They trying to report that Crawford and Spence only did like 700,000. I said they'd do about 750,000, bro.
That'll come out what tomorrow, right?
Everybody
That
was talking
information will
about
come out tomorrow.
Huh?
Don't that information come out tomorrow?
Well, I see the thing said that they did about 700,000. The New York Post.
Oh, okay.
But and yeah, that private school Fight Ready. That private school is like 100 and some thousand a semester. That private school is over 100,000 a semester, and he got 3 kids. That's 3 kids. That's 300,000. That's 600,000 a year. 10 years. That's 6 million. You feel what I'm saying now?
Yeah, man. That's you got
Yeah.
a lifestyle. You got a lifestyle to maintain.
Yeah. So in
there.
18 years, he's gonna be spending over $10 million in their school. I mean, yeah, I feel you, Jay Scrivy feels, but Shalom, Ryan, Shalom. And for those that's in here, my brothers, brothers that's not rich, give me about 5-10 minutes, I'll get y'all together.
Hey,
But
let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
Real quick before you go on. knowing all this information that we know about the neurological and all that, brain damage and the eye and this, that, and the third, right? Knowing that, you think a second fight would generate a lot more money
I
than this
mean,
one?
it could. It's at a different weight. Earl will be much stronger. He won't have to cut as much weight, so his mind will be sharper. Plus, they can come with a better game plan. And see, Earl was cool until he got hit. Until Terrence caught him in the back of the ear, threw off his equilibrium. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that equilibrium shot, he never really recovered from it. Because you remember the
Second
first
round.
round, he was doing good the first round.
Even in the first round, I was like, yo, what is he doing? I was sitting there watching it like, yo, what the hell is he doing? Is he scared of Terrence Crawford power, or what the fuck is going on? I mean, I never seen him like hesitate as much. You know what I'm saying? I never seen him like that.
Well,
First round, I knew something was off. First round.
but what he said, he promised that he was going to make it a one. I mean, he promised that he was going to step. So he said, since he said it, he had to do it. He said he wanted to back up, but he said he told people he was going to step and he wanted them to say. So while people say it, I'm going to tell you like this. One thing about people are a tribal and savage bunch. A lot of people are watching just to see if he gets beat down that bad again. Like, honestly. Like, people are savage, really. We watch boxing to see the knockout. Keep it real. We watch boxing to see the knockout. And with Earl at one, yes, boy, Richie, why would he lie about it? You can look at Earl's eyes and see the glassy look and see all that. And then look up neurological diseases. It's right there. People watch boxing. Why do you think people love Tank so much? Because they know Tank about to give you a spectacular knockout.
Mm-hmm.
And look at Deontay Wilder. He got cheated the second fight and got knocked out, but still, motherfuckers bought that third one. And Earl's fans is going to support him regardless. And now Bud got new fans too.
Oh, hell yeah.
Earl fans are going to come and show out regardless. EJ got the most loyal fan base out there. What the fuck was that? EJ got the most loyal fan base out there. So people going to buy that.
All right.
And at 154, EJ won't have to cut as much. So his brain won't be depleted as much as well. I'm about to drop this link. Hold on, brother. I'm about to drop this link. Anybody want to get up here with me and Mike Biggs, y'all can. You know, everybody's opinion is valued. Everybody, you know, it's boxing talk.
Shout out to Upper Echelon Sports Bar.
And shout out to my boy Mike Biggs. If you ain't subscribed to it, make sure you subscribe to Mike Biggs Boxing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I ain't throw nothing out in a minute, but, you know, I
Fight Ready TV.
On the ground.
You know what I mean, Fight Ready TV. Yeah, ain't nobody got no loyal fan base like Canelo and Manny Pacquiao. They both got some loyal fan bases. That's why I say Canelo and Charlo are gonna do more than Ryan and Tank did, because Canelo did 800,000 with Caleb Plant, did 1.2 million with Gennady Golovkin. Charlo has developed a great fan base as well, and we've been wanting to see Canelo fight one of them. And see, of course, Antoine, some of them shots he got hit with saw a mile away. Yeah, like he kept putting his head down in that spot too. He didn't know which way to go. Like, he couldn't think, he couldn't function. You feel what I'm saying? But at first, like, my favorite fighter in the world was Roy Jones Jr. When he got knocked out by Tarver, that cut me.
That cut me deep too, my brother.
And see, then I had to realize, look, these niggas is getting paid.
Yeah.
The fuck am I upset for? You feel what I'm saying? Like, of course you hate when your favorite team lose or your favorite fighter lose, but still, as long as they still alive, as long as they still got their faculties, shit, they all right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, when they sit back thinking and kicking their feet up, going to that motherfucking bank, they happy. They got a check, and Roy made some money.
That's
You
right.
know, Earl made some money. Shit, you can say what you want to say about Earl or Crawford. They both rich. And Crawford has over 100 houses in Omaha, Nebraska he's bought. Like, he was in real estate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not making no excuses, because once you get that ring, you know what you signed up for. You sign up for the pain and the punishment. That's why Earl say, I ain't making no excuses. And he also said I couldn't kick it up a notch. He couldn't. And you know, Crawford got made legendary.
So
And
that
that
joint
was,
you played, that joint you just played with Errol Spence, was there more audio to it, or that was it?
you talking about, with the doctor?
Nah, the Errol Spence one. You had to play Errol
That
Spence
was his
too.
interview after he lost.
Oh, that was the post fight.
Yeah, that was the post fight. Yeah.
Oh,
And you
yeah,
know
I
it.
ain't hear the whole shit. I ain't hear the whole thing.
Oh yeah, I had to go pull it back up. I'm out here hitting this joint real quick. I'm just keeping it real, trying to get my head done.
Oh yeah, I'm doing that now too, bro.
Oh, Antoine, I lost my ass on this fight. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, I ain't bet at all.
Yeah, I'm a gambler. I lost my ass on this fight. That's why I'm kind of mad that I didn't see that he was messed up. Hey, Ryan, he wasn't just slow after the first knockdown. If you see, his balance was off. Like, Bud barely pushed the man, and he'd go across the ring or he'd stumble. And his balance was gone. Hey, Seawood, I'm gonna be real with you, Seawood. Earl was ruined after that car crash.
That punch didn't even look like it was that hard. That put him
No, it
down.
don't have to be hard when you hit somebody at the equilibrium. Your eardrum is where your equilibrium is located.
Yeah.
And Terrence Crawford hit it with a perfect shot.
Mm-hmm. And it was. I mean, I'm pretty sure it was hard, but still.
Hell yeah, that motherfucker was hard. I seen it. That's why I say you still got to give Terrence Crawford his credit, because Ugas could have did the shot as well, but he didn't land it.
Right.
Yeah, I played it. I played it in here, John Kramer. I played that video in here.
Crawford was hitting Earl to the body real hard too. Earl's eating them shits.
That's
I'm pretty
why
sure they was hurting, but he was eating them.
they was hurting. That's why he went in the high guard no more. That shit wasn't in the damn high guard no more. People say, why wasn't Earl in the high guard? Because he was getting body shots.
Mm-hmm.
That's why. And I was trying to explain it to somebody.
Hell, Crawford looked strong as fuck, bro.
And he was. See, Crawford been planning for this for 5 years. People don't realize it.
Mm-hmm.
See, Crawford, when they had that meeting, and he sat there and felt Earl's arms and his stomach, talking about, boy, you big. That's when Crawford knew what he had to do. And he went on and see Crawford, he had a 5-year plan, and he was waiting on the long run. So Crawford, he built himself up for 5 years. He fought the people Earl fought. He was getting himself ready. I mean, he might have fought Lester Kilbrook and Lester Sean Porter, but he was getting himself ready. And he got ready. And like I said before, Crawford has athleticism. And I sat there and said Crawford could have been one of the best out there, but he didn't have the right fights. I said that. I said he didn't have enough fights to push him over and help him break through his ceiling. Well, he broke through his ceiling that night. Like, it was like the fight slowed down for him.
Yes.
Like when basketball players get the zone where the rim is like 100 foot wide, you can't miss. Like, he was in that zone right there. He was in his peak. Like the Last Dragon, he had his zone. He was in the glow.
He seen everything coming.
And see, it didn't help that Earl was off balance and couldn't keep his balance up. That was the big difference. And Crawford even seen it as well. That's when I take my hats off to Crawford. Crawford got my respect, and I became I put him back in my fans list because I fucks with EJ, and Crawford didn't want to take advantage of EJ in that fucked up state. He even told Earl, he's like, come on, man, get yourself together. Crawford seen that Earl what to say. He even told him in the fight, if you watch, he said, get yourself together, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was saying it. That's why Crawford, he giving him the rematch at 154. Earl ain't got to cut as much weight. So as much fluid ain't going to get snatched off his brain and stuff. And see, his nutritionist, like I said, he slipped up and told us. He was like, yeah, I give Earl brain food for the brain. It strengthened his brain.
It's gonna be a hell of a fight then. Fuck it. I'll watch it, of course. I'm gonna definitely buy it.
Hey, Fight TV, I hate the way he moves outside the ring, but I respect the way he look out for the community.
Yeah,
And I
facts.
respect the way he is in the ring.
I
Now, some
respect
he did
him
for this.
being a father too. That's the hardest job right there.
Yeah, being a father, yeah. But the
Mm-hmm.
way that he did about this negotiations and the way they was trash talking shit, I didn't respect that. But the fact that he takes care of his family and his community, and the fact that, he see Earl, most people would have taken advantage and been like, yeah, I got Earl fucked up, and try to destroy it. But he seen it. He seen compassion too. Yeah, John Kramer, he did get another accident when that car got totaled and smashed into his. Yeah, Earl was a magnet for cars around that time, but like that was right after the
Who's
Frank Martin. It was right after the Frank Martin and Rivera fight. Earl got in a car crash. Yep, that was right after that. And yeah, Crawford still didn't want this fight. That's how it be sometimes, Ryan. Sometimes you at the right place at the right time with the right circumstances. And that's what happened. But hey, he's like, you want to smack Bud. Hey, I wouldn't advise it. I'll tell you that.
You know what I'm saying? He gonna smack you back.
Yes, sir. He'll smack you back now.
He might even weave your smack. So he gonna see it coming.
Yeah, John Kramer. That's why the doctor went to ring so early. They all know what's wrong with Earl. But Earl has given them so much. He's given the PBC and Showtime so much. And Earl wanted this bag. They couldn't take that away from him. Like Lawrence Taylor on the movie Any Given Sunday. He given that team so much. That's why they said they had to give him that. You got to. When you got a fighter that's given his life to the sport and done the things that they've done, it'll be dead wrong when they at the precipice of making their biggest bag, life-changing money, to deny them. And if people don't know what precipice means, it means at the point of. But yeah, the man made life-changing money. If he get this rematch, he'll make life-changing money again. They gonna do some stuff to try to get him in better shape. Try to fix him a little bit. But hey,
Okay.
it's a degenerative disease though. Brain damage. It gets worse on time.
Yep.
It gets worse at time. So he need to continue getting that brain food. He need to continue getting help right there.
You know how many rounds he sparred during training camp?
Between 16 to 24 each time.
How many days? Was that?
3 days a week. That's a lot of sparring.
Yeah.
And he spars hard too. Especially
Yeah.
Bill Charlo going full tilt. Every at the end of each sparring session for 4 rounds. Yeah, sparring takes a lot out of him. He did a lot of sparring this training camp. Each one of them shots he take to the head is chipping away. It's like you got a hole in a dam. At first, it's just like a little crack. But each time you spar, you chipping away at it, chipping away. Eventually, that crack develops a size. At first, it started as a pinhead. Then it gets to like a dime. Then it gets to like a quarter. Then like a lime, a orange, a grapefruit. Eventually, till it all busts open and cave in. And see, that's what happens with Parkinson's, and that's what happened with Muhammad Ali. All them damn shots to the head is blunt force trauma. Oh, Black Charm. Jamel's been practicing. Jamel's been practicing since Earl started his training camp. And now Jamel's hands right. Don't worry, Jamel's going to be in tip-top shape for Canelo. Jamel going to be the second two-time undisputed person in today. Jamel going to be second, and Inoue going to be third. Because Inoue has an undisputed fight next as well. And anybody else want to hop up here, they can. You know, the link's out there. And this right here, hold on.
Of course. But as we know throughout history, even in professional football and in boxing, there is a financial motive, and not everyone is ethical. So they will find a doctor who is ethically fluid and will sign off on this. There are very unethical physicians.
That's a great euphemism, by the way. That's a great euphemism. Ethically fluid, not compromised, not fucking
Like I said, money rules everything. They'll find a doctor that'll clear you.
Oh, yeah.
DJ Black Charm Music. Hell no, I don't think Devin gonna be undisputed 2 times. You gotta realize the 140 division, they got Sabril Matias up there. That man's a handful. And I'm gonna tell you like this, Black Charm. I like Devin, but Devin ain't got no pop right there. But hopefully, it's because he's weight drained at 135. I hope that's the reason why Devin's power ain't manifest. Because like I said, if you weight drain and you at a smaller weight than you should be, your power won't manifest. Like Crawford, you see his power didn't truly manifest till he got to 147. At 135 and 140, I mean, he had it, but he was less of himself. Like Earl at 147 is like Crawford at 135. Y'all got to realize Earl's been at the 147 division for 10 years, over 10 years. The man's body has been screaming to move up, but he's been sitting here making that weight keeping. Now, Devin, I don't know if he naturally doesn't have pop, but I do know one thing. Sabril Matias got pop. And I don't know what the Devin Haney fans are looking at, but Regis Prograis had a bad fight the last time. You know, he had the pressures. He didn't really have a good training camp. He had the pressures of being at home. But if you think of Regis is just a walk in the park, you're going to be wrong. And then people going to be like, Devin should have lost the Tate and got that bag instead of losing to Regis Prograis on free TV. Because Regis Prograis arguably beat Josh Taylor. Regis Prograis is a dog. And he's going to be on you. You think Lomachenko was on Devin Haney? Regis is going to be on him, and Regis is not going to hit you as soft as Lomachenko did. Regis Prograis has pop. You feel what I'm saying? He has some thump. That man got some shit kickers. You feel me?
If he fight Dev the way he fought this last opponent, nah, he ain't got a chance.
Yeah, that last opponent, he wasn't really trying to fight Regis as well. You feel me?
Yeah, that's true.
He wasn't thinking about trying to win. That last dude was thinking defense first. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
But like I said, Regis, he was bullshitting the whole training camp. See, Regis started to get the big head after his last win. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, he felt like he ain't got to train, but you got to train for everybody. This is the professional sports. This is professionalism. You know, anybody can win with one single punch. You can't take nobody lightly. Just like everybody seen Boots versus Karen Kukadajia, that shit looking crazy as hell too.
Mm-hmm.
But Bud has a chance to fight Jamel Charlo for undisputed after Jamel Charlo beats Canelo. And I'm telling you, Jamel Charlo is about to win it back for Derrick James. And I kind of didn't like the way Derrick James was like, we gonna run this shit back. I'm like, Derrick, you see EJ just took a damn beating and you don't even know what lasting effects that's about to have. But Derrick James also knows that Earl is a warrior, and that's what Earl will want. You
And he
feel
probably know
me?
what's up.
Huh?
He probably know what's up.
Everybody knows what's up, bro. Like,
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
the
he
only
know
people
what's
that
up.
really didn't notice it, but like I always kept saying, man, Earl always looked like he high as hell.
Yeah.
But then I started looking at neurological damage and everything, and then it all makes sense. Because a lot of times Earl will be in the middle of talking and he don't even know what the fuck he's saying. That's why he don't talk as much like that. Like, and you know, everybody was like, he's so relaxed and everything. They all know. But like I said, do you want to deny that man his biggest bag? Can you do that?
I don't know. I had to think about it, but
Okay, you see him fight for 100,000. You see him fight for 5,000. You see that man fight for a small change. You see him putting his life on the line for some bullshit, trying to get to this fight, trying to get this big money. And now he's finally about to get this big money. You gonna stop him from getting it?
as a fan, hell no. As a fan, I love to see that shit.
As his
But
friend, I'm not gonna stop him, even though I'm gonna tell him.
as a friend too, I'm gonna let him know. You know, I'm giving pros and
I'm gonna
cons.
tell
I'm
him
your
like,
friend,
look, bro, I don't think you need this.
but there's always a but. Yeah, I don't think you need it, but you
Yeah,
know,
I feel you, Shawar. I feel you, but at the end of the day, it's Earl's decision. If Earl want to put his life on the line to make sure his family, I don't think there's no greater commitment, no biggest sacrifice than to die or to do all that for your family.
he just got no one to take a knee.
Yeah.
That's all I got to say. No one to take a knee, man, for real.
Like I keep bringing up any given Sunday, that dude wanted to play that last game just
Yeah.
so he can get that $1 million bonus for his family. He needed that.
Mm-hmm.
The world runs off money. And if you get enough money, even if you sacrifice yourself, it's worth it. Like people sell drugs with families. Like hell, I used to. But my biggest thing was it was for my family. You know, I'm taking this risk. I'm taking this risk for my family. I'm throwing rocks at the penitentiary for my family. Like what I'm doing can get me killed, can get me locked up. Anything can happen. But for the love of money and for the risk of your family and all this, people take crazy risks. And I'm grown now, and I don't really, I ain't in the street life no more. But I'm just saying, like, I've took some insane risks in my life for that damn almighty dollar. That's why it's the root of all evil. That's why I got that pyramid symbol on there because it represents Egypt and when we were slaves. And right now we're slaves to this wealth. We're slaves to the money. Motherfuckers will kill their own family members. They'll do anything they can just to get that almighty dollar. And see, they say the money is the root of all evil
Yes,
because
sir.
it starts. Evil starts with money. Like
Mm-hmm.
some people want to get money to get women. Some people just want to get money so they can do like money ain't evil. It's what it represents and what people will go through to get it.
Mm-hmm.
Just like I almost got killed over money that I earned, but somebody else wanted to take it. You feel what I'm saying? Like it's a corrupt world we in, bro. It's corrupt,
Mm-hmm.
and people die every day over money. drug cartels kill kids, women, everything over money. Like, we put too much importance on the money. But people that say money ain't everything is people that ain't got money.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you got money and you know what money is, you don't want to go back to not having money. You don't. And Earl, I'm gonna tell you like this: he's done provided for his family. He's provided for his kids. He provided for their kids with this fight right here. Because before that, like I said, he was gonna end up spending over $10 million on their private school. Because that's what he wants from them. He wants the best. He wants them to start off better than the rest. You feel what I'm saying? So he had to make sacrifices, and this is his sacrifice. Just like a lot of retired drug dealers, they got kids. They did it so their kids wouldn't have to go out there and do it. Like us as parents, we do a lot for our family and our kids. You feel what I'm saying? We put ourselves through the risk so they don't have to. And that's real shit. And I commend Earl, I applaud him. Like, Earl, in my opinion, he don't need the rematch. Like, you made a bag and you still got your health. Like, don't be too greedy now. Like, because hell, you can get in there and something else can happen.
Mm-hmm.
But Earl's still a warrior. He has pride. And he felt like this man just sat there and beat on me like I was nothing. I want to get my face back. So I can also see that too. Because, see, I was the type of nigga, before I learned boxing, I always had heart. And, we used to fight in my neighborhood all the time growing up. And if you whoop my ass, you going to have to keep whooping my ass. You going to have to see me each time until I get that win. I remember I fought this dude named Mike. I fought his ass 8 times till I got a win. He was like 4 years older than me. He was 4 years older than me. He was a lot bigger than me. And he was trying to bully me, right? And it was because me and my uncle was close in age. Because he was the baby out of my moms and my sisters and shit. And their sisters and shit. My moms and my aunts. My mom's sister and shit. So, me and him was close in age. My uncle was like 8 years older than me. So, he was a little older than Mike. So, my uncle busted Mike ass.
Mm-hmm.
And so, he tried to take it out on me. And every time we see each other, we'll fight. And I was told to hit him first, so I can get started.
Mm-hmm.
So I would hit him first to get it started. And end up getting my ass whooped. But finally, after all these ass whoopings, I had a good day. I hit his ass first. He stumbled. I kept hitting his ass. I got a win. And after I got that win, I made sure I cemented my win. I wasn't like him. I was more thorough. When I whooped his ass, I kept whooping his ass. I whooped his ass for all them other 7 ass whoopings that he gave me. That man went to sleep out there at a young age. I think that might have been his first time getting blunt force trauma to the head and going to sleep. He remembers that because I didn't want him coming after me every day. But see, you got to realize this fighters with hearts like that. Earl felt like he's a man just like Bud is, and he felt like Bud got over on him. He wants to get his lick back, and you can't blame a man for that. That's called being a man. Motherfuckers ain't getting that. Roll the plug, salute. Motherfuckers ain't getting their guns and shit. They being men out here. You feel me? And they being men with bags. So I support that. Shout out to Terry for the $2 cash app. Appreciate that, brother. I appreciate that more than you know. You feel me? I sit there and do this late night show for my third shifters and my truck drivers. I got to try to make sure, they get a little something.
Hey, look, man, I'm about to turn in, bro. I got a couple
I'm about to cut the short. I'm about to cut it down too.
All right, man. I appreciate you, brother.
Oh, no problem, man. Put your link in the thing. But I
All right.
appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming out tonight. You know, short show tonight. I mean, I gave you an hour. I gave y'all an hour. But you know, I got somewhere. I got to go to the hospital in the morning time and get this staples removed out my side, and they got to check my wounds and everything. So I appreciate each and every one of y'all. Peace and blessings, kings. I'm gonna go ahead and do the outro music. But yeah, I'm trying to find my man's shit on social media. It's the real G Stacks 3000. That's his name. But you know, I ain't got a TikTok, so you know, that's what he told me. You feel me? I ain't got a TikTok. But peace and blessings. Let's get that outro out. And thanks to my lead moderator Shawa. I think she lead moderator on everybody's shit because that motherfucker, she know boxing and she keep it 100. And I appreciate her. And Shawa, I'm just letting you know I appreciate you, sis. I appreciate you.
They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I
appreciate that
blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it.
Oh, you found this page on ScrewTube, Shawa? Oh. It's on his TikTok, though. He told me it is. Or maybe he ain't released it yet. I don't even know. But if you want, I can send you the file. Like, I can send you the file of the song. Like, I got the file. If you want, I can email you the file. You feel me? That's if you want me to. Just hit me up. I'll email you the file. But yeah.
They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga leaving. Round Molly got me all up in demon mode. Mouth moving like I done put clean in my nose. Trying to catch me up, I can leave with some hoes. He standing straight up, watch I make him lean with this pole. Would've thought he was closed, how that heat made him fold. Thought it was a game, he won't think no more. His brain's gone, nigga. It be exciting when I get to striking. Guns sound like thunder, hit you like lightning. Fight for your life, we don't do no fighting. We really hit it, nigga. We worse than savage, they calling us Vikings. Police be riding, we still be sliding. Told you we hitters, remember the time. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really dripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get to squeeze and leave a nigga bleeding. How about I leave him holding like the Bible? AR-15, that's a high-power rifle. A in the army and assassinate rivals. Break that shit down, nigga. AK or anybody kill. Hop out, get the drilling and spill. 7.62 gon' split. FN, that's for any fuck nigga. You a plug, then I'm pulling up, nigga. You my lunch, eat these bullets for dinner. 5.0, eat 'em up, eat 'em up. SK, smoke killer for show. Drum rounds and cripple off Draco. I got them all, you don't want no. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding. I get this pussy, leave a nigga bleeding. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, bitch, I got it for 'em. They want that smoke, you know I blow it. They call me Sunny Monster for a reason. I'm really tripping, leave a nigga bleeding.